All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Good.
Okay. So we are live.
Sick.
And we're live.
I gotta fix the cameras because now that I've joined, it's a little bit different.
Um, and the music thing disappeared.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, it looks a little bit more normal now.
Mm, okay. Yeah.
Oh. Looks like everything froze here. Okay. I don't know what's going on now. Now it's just not giving me the. Oh. Okay. Just taking a sec, I guess.
Ganoush.
What?
What?
Oh. Bot left.
Uh-oh. What do I do about that? I want to roleplay as Machine Gun, like the best musician of all time. Joe Frazier, 1776. While we're experiencing technical difficulties, let me keep you all busy. Hi. This is
Holy shit. How do I turn the sound down on that? Could you hear that?
I could hear it, yeah.
Was it super loud?
It was fairly loud, but I would need to hear you talk over it.
Just gonna put it at 50% volume. So, alright. There's that. Shit. So many moving parts.
Okay, so all the Discord stuff is on the showing on the stream right now. Also,
Oh, what?
yeah.
Oh my god, it was supposed to be,
Yeah.
it was supposed to all be on the starting screen. Shit.
No, it's not on the starting screen yet.
Okay. Well,
You can put
hey
it on the
guys.
starting.
Hey, I didn't think we were live, like live, but yeah, welcome to Die Curious. We're getting this set up. It's the first time, so bear with us.
To anyone who has any shit to say, walk off. There we go. That's what we need to be looking at. Okay.
It's on
Now
the
it's
starting
the-
screen now.
Yep, now it's on the starting thing. Yeah, so most of the people in here, I think, if they're in here still, I don't know. You already know me, whatever. Joe, hello. I have no clue how long it's going to take to get things set up, but in the meantime, I will talk and keep people entertained. Today is just going to be a what we've been calling one shots. Basically, whenever the other players aren't free, then we'll do one shot things for just more explanation of backstory. And so, yeah, that's what we've got going on right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We have 8 people on right now. We're gonna be starting soon. I promise. We're only 3 minutes behind, so it's not a big deal. get the stick out of your ass and stop complaining. Um, yeah, so we're gonna be doing a one shot today, which is just gonna give more backstory on the character that I play, Garros. So that'll be pretty cool. Um,
There we go. All set.
all right.
Yeah, like you were saying, we've got a campaign going with Reagan and another buddy of ours named Ryland, but he's busy with a new job tonight, so we're going to be doing a bit of like a backstory session here. And just as some kind of like recapping of where we were at with the story of his backstory. Garros, you're a tiefling. If you want to introduce your character and kind of what you got going on.
Okay. So, hello. My character's name is Garros Mascus. And I'm gonna read the description. A tiefling. Oh, it went away. I'm basically a tiefling. Where can I see the description of it?
It's a slideshow, so it's only going to be there for a
Yeah.
few seconds.
I know.
It's your character. You know what they are.
Yeah. I'm a tiefling. Unfortunately, I've decided to go with this accent, so you're going to be hearing a whole lot of that. And I don't remember anything about my life. I met up with a bunch of travelers in the past, and now we're on an adventure together. But every once in a while I'm dealing with stuff, and this is where the one shots come in, I begin to remember things from my past. And so that is currently what we're doing. I'm trying to remember who I am, what happened to my family, and what happened to me that made me forget everything about myself. I don't know. I feel like that pretty much wraps up what I am. I'm a rogue. I'm with the assassin's feat, and I think I'm level 8 or 9. I don't remember.
Level 8. I checked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the last time that we were doing one of these memories, you, Garros, were headed to the town of Thayskill, and were going with your parents to try and track down your godfather whose son had died, and you guys were trying to help him out. Your family, you've learned, had some ties with the occult and has some ways that they might be able to help him bring his son back from the dead. And so they were getting the ritual prepared and looking for a few small bits and bobs that they needed to make that work, as well as sending word out for the last component that they needed. For the ritual to work, they're going to need 500 gold piece diamond, or if it takes too long, 1,000 gold piece diamond. And so they sent you out as they were sending word to people that they knew to go look for someone who has that you could buy it off of, or somewhere you could find it. And you looked around, you talked to a few different people, talked to a barkeep, talked to a traveling tabaxi merchant who actually sold you some goods. And you didn't find the diamond, but you did find a man in a cloak who seemed to know a little bit more about magic and kind of informed you that that scroll you had might not be super useful to you, and asked if you would come with him and he could hire you as a guide into the Gowden Mountains to help accomplish his tasks, and in exchange he could get you the diamond that you needed. And so you guys headed off down the road. You traveled for days heading towards the mountains and ran into a boulette, killed that, ended up moving further in, getting to a river that after crossing it you went into some ruins, where then you were both attacked immediately by a collection of constructs, and it was a pretty close fight, but you guys managed to defeat them, and he activated some sigils in the center of the ruins that sent up like a beam of blue light, and you noticed that another beam had gone up further into the mountains. Now looking, you can see that the beam has dissipated, and you're standing with Anson. Anson is the guy in the cloak for for people that aren't there in the ruins.
There's nothing on the screen. There's no map.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to that now.
Okay. All right.
There we go. Well, looks like that's that. There's a 1,000 gold piece diamond, but I think that you could still get back in time to raise your friend sooner than need be to use that diamond. Is there anything else that I can do for you now?
Well, I was kind of more curious about, as you might have seen, I kind of got rid of my command scroll, because I thought I could use it on a robot, but instead,
Yeah, important to read the fine text.
yeah, I was wondering if there's any way that you could teach me casting or anything like that, or is it just something that I would have to be born into?
No, absolutely not. Most people have to learn it. There's a few sorcerers and such that are born with a gift, and some races that have an innate ability, but me myself, I learned it through years of hard study and practice.
Ah, well, I don't know about that. Perhaps.
I may be able
Um,
to teach you a trick or two.
that would be wonderful. Yeah. What could you teach me?
Well, let's see. Do you have a particular interest? Certain situations that you'd be interested in using it for?
Well, I'm a pretty sneaky guy, and invisibility would be definitely a perk when it comes to avoiding people that are more unsavory.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. That would be a bit tricky though. Uh, just some of these things take quite a bit of time, and aside from something small, it might take a bit longer than we'll be together. But I could certainly try and point you in the right direction, or maybe in the next couple days I could think of a few things.
That works fine. I think that really what I need to do is get back home and try to help my friends and family out and make sure that everyone's safe.
Sure, absolutely. And if you're interested, I could possibly use a bit more help going further into the mountains. But of course, if you need to get back, that's absolutely fine. You should have more than enough time in there to achieve whatever goal you're looking for.
What if you waited here and I went and helped them out and then came back?
Uh, I'm not quite in the mood to wait. I've been on my way to this for some time already, and as you can see, it's not quite the safest place to wait.
Understood. How long do you think we would be in the caves?
Oh, well, we won't be going to. I don't need your help in any caves, but going just up the path between some of the rocks into the mountains, not more than a day. Though I'm sure there's probably some more dangers lying in wait there, so I could still use a guide.
Yeah. How about you do me a favor, big man, and heal me up? Because I am not looking too rough, and I look at my side, and I'm just bloodied, and I just not looking good.
Um, I don't know if you remember, but I already did that earlier. Um, Perhaps after a bit of a rest, we could give that a shot again.
How long how long did it take for us to get here?
Uh, in total from Thyskel,
Yeah.
that was a few days,
Okay. But our
like two
limit
and a
was
half so
10
far.
days. Our limit was 10 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Um hmm, I think I could do it. I think I could squeeze by some extra time. And
Wonderful. All right.
yeah, let's take a rest and then we can reconvene our adventure.
Wonderful. Let's find somewhere a little bit less out in the open.
Oh, a little privacy for you and I, huh?
Yes. At least privacy from whatever these constructs were. Uh, what do you say we head just an hour into the woods?
That works for me.
All right. And yeah, you guys start walking off a little bit further north into the mountains. As you start heading into the mountains, oh, uh, sorry, this is gonna be a bit to figure out. But as you start heading into the mountains, uh, rocky ledges start to kind of poke up from the base, and there's a like crevasse in between the two ledges that seems to be kind of a makeshift path that's gotten some traffic. Uh,
Um,
Pines and other trees
the
are.
oh, never mind. We're good.
What's up? Okay. Um, let's see. It was about midday, so it's probably about like 6 p.m. now that you guys are starting to kind of get into the like past the forest line into a bit of a more secluded area. Uh, well, should we maybe stop here for a short rest and
I
recuperate?
believe so. My body needs some rest. I kind of just lazily roll out my bedroll and just kind of pass out.
Okay. Uh, I guess I'll take first watch. Um, Go ahead and do. We'll just go ahead and do a long rest here.
Okay. Beautiful. All right, back up to 52.
Sweet. All right, and nothing happens in his watch. He's if you want to take watch, he's gonna take a rest too.
All right, I will take watch. Should I roll?
Yep, go ahead and roll perception.
All right, first roll of the night, and it is yikes, a 13.
13.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to catch your attention. There's some small animals that kind of run through some of the underbrush. You hear birds chirping, and the sun is now fully set after your rest, and the cool air is beginning to pick up with a bit of a stronger wind.
There's something in the air. There's something blowing in the air. Um, I end my watch. I wake him up in a soft, loving way, and I go, "Good morning, Starshine." And hopefully he wakes up.
He does wake up. So he kind of rolls over and looks at you and says, "Good morning, Starshine. What do you say we head on further in?"
Sounds good to me, sir.
All right. And as you guys start walking further into the forest, it starts to get quite a bit steeper as you're going, and more rocky between the little crevasse that you guys are moving in. And the crevasse seems to tighten a bit until it's only about 15 to 20 feet across where you guys are in. Go ahead and make a perception check.
All right. And are we updating the map or no?
I have us on off of the map currently, just because there's
Okay.
no map for this spot. Oh.
Okay, you said perception check?
Yep.
Okay. That is going to be a that is a 22 perception. Your camera?
Yep. The bot left the Discord again. I'm just gonna.
Okay. Well, it doesn't sound like we're using music at all.
Yeah, I couldn't get it to work. So.
Yeah. Maybe I can play some on my phone. Joe likes the transition of the die. Says it's smooth as hell.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Joe. I'll get these cameras fixed in just a sec here. And sorry again for how weird this one's been. It's kind of the test run.
Yeah. Luckily, we're not doing a super crazy game tonight. It's just one shot, so it's no stress. And if anyone has any complaints, you can take it up with this guy right here, pointing at my fist. Is he eating
All right.
honey roasted peanuts? Yeah.
You said you had a 22?
Yep.
Okay. You don't notice anything too alarming. There's some wildlife in the area, like we had mentioned previously. The trees are turning more dominant, like predominantly pine-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that,
Sneeze.
yeah. You notice there's a small white fox that is kind of staring at you from the tree line. And some birds chirping. But other than that, nothing else.
I am going to point at the fox and go, "Have you ever seen one of those? White fox?"
He looks at the fox, says, "Oh, I didn't quite see that. I don't
And
think
I-
I've seen
I lean
anything
in.
like that before."
I
And
lean
he
in and I go, "That's because you didn't roll a good perception."
No, I didn't. And he grabs a rock and throws it at the fox.
Jesus Christ! I punch him. I punch him in the arm.
He looks at you and just says, "I didn't see it at first, but best not to have any watches."
Christ Almighty! The trees can speak.
And if there's not anything else there, you guys can keep on walking.
Yep. Just keep on moving.
Right on. You walk for about another hour, going up this steep incline. It's taken a little bit longer than to travel than it normally would on flat ground, but you get to a point where, again, it's tight like it was, but you can see that it starts to open up a bit. You walk in, there's like a large open area, and right before it tightens again. As you're walking into this open area, you see fog start to pour down the sides of the like rock walls to either side of you and start to coalesce in that more tightened spot. And a wall of fog seems to start forming there until it then separates into three shapes, almost humanoid, but shifting and not quite taking the form of a full body.
It's a bunch of valleyweed smokers.
Nope, those are elementals. Perhaps we should get ready to have a bit of a fight here. Go ahead and
Am I able to try and like hide?
uh,
Or
yeah, you can try and hide, but go ahead and roll initiative to see.
All right. So for everyone who's curious, I have a +3 to my initiative bonus. So that means that I just got a 14 for initiative, which is not great.
14. All right.
Okay. Where are these baddies? All right.
So, they
Yeah.
rolled just above you.
Am I able to, like, while they're like manifesting, while they're like becoming corporeal, am I able to try and hide, or would that not work because of initiative?
Because of initiative, they're going to be ahead of here. You didn't catch the drop on them or anything. So, you're going to be at the bottom of the round, actually.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
As many know, I am the bottom.
All right. So, all three of them are going to start coming at you here. One of them is going to come to the side of Anson, the other right in front of you, the other to the side here.
Oh fuck. Okay. All right.
And it's going to just go ahead and try and slam you.
Uh,
All right. First one's a 27 to hit.
yep, that hits.
All right. Second one's a 17 to hit.
That also hits. Let me put my what's it called? That thing, you know. My armor class 15 and okay. Oops. Yeah. So both of those hit.
Okay. They deal 28 damage.
God damn. Okay.
So that's from the one directly on your right. The other one is also going to just do 2 slam attacks against you.
Said 28 damage.
Yep.
Fuck. Okay.
And that's a 19 and another 19 to hit.
Yep, both of them hit.
That's another, let's see.
If it's it's more than 24, I'm dead.
It is 25. Yep. All right. So, as you as you I know, Jesus Christ. So as you become surrounded by these two air elementals, the wind just starts to pick up around you and then buffets you to the ground, just slamming you and pounding you into the dirt. And the next one is going, and you're dead. So next turn, you're going to start making a death saving throw.
There's no way I can die in the past.
No, there's no way. All right. So that one misses against Anson. The other one hits. That's going to be 14 damage.
This is why it's important to not be a rogue by yourself all the time. Because you can deal damage, but you can't fucking take that shit. I should have gone home.
Luckily, you got a friend here. You're not completely alone. He's going to go ahead and just do... he's going to do magic missile to the ones that... the one that just, like, knocked you down.
And if anyone doesn't know what magic missile is, what is that?
So he creates 3 glowing darts of magical force, and each of them hits the creature of his choice, as long as it's within range, and it deals about 1d4 plus 1 force damage to its target. But he's going to be casting this at 3rd level, so it's going to be 5 magic missiles.
And they always hit. You don't need to roll to hit.
Yep.
Which is the beautiful thing about magic missiles. Oh, I should have asked them to teach me magic missiles.
All right, so yeah, he hits, dealing 20 damage. And that one just seemed like you just see the light magic missiles go into its form, and as it's like passing through it, tearing bits of cloud out with it, and then exploding just behind it, but still dealing damage. And with that, he's going to take another... Nope, I think that's going to be it for this one. So now go ahead and make a death save.
Oh, baby. Let's try not to die. A 19. Plus whatever my death saving bonus is, but 19.
Yeah, that's definitely good enough. Okay, so go ahead and add 1 success to your marker there. And then it's going to be their turn again. Now that you're effectively down for the count, they're going to focus on Anson. And they're just going to go ahead and do the same to him. Ooh. Now they roll bad. Okay, so the first one misses completely on each one. The second one swings with its cloudy arms there and manages to hit both times, dealing 28 damage. and then the third one misses as well. So there we go. And then this one's going to actually be over here now, so he's completely surrounded. And Anson's now just like looks at you and just says, "Oh shit."
While I'm on the ground, I like with my lifeless body almost, I look over at him and somehow I wink.
He's gonna grab you. He's gonna try and get you guys out of there, and so he picks you up. Just make sure. Yeah, so he's only able to make it about 10 feet. Oh, all right. There we go. And he's going to go ahead and... Man. He's going to cast Globe of Invulnerability. So he kind of motions his hands and whispers under his breath, and a faintly shimmering spherical barrier kind of forms 10 feet around you guys. And then after that, he's going to go ahead and just stay there with you. And go ahead and make another death save.
Come on, baby. 18.
18? Nice, okay. So that's 2 successes. And the air elementals are going to just start trying to, bash into that that sphere. And actually, they make it through.
Of course.
It doesn't prevent them. And so this guy moves here. This one moves here. This one moves here. But they're all going to be attacking Anson again. And Anson has a look of shock on his face as they get through. And again, just kind of glances at you real quick before it just smashes into him with one of its attacks. And that one hits. It's going to be 7 damage.
Oh, why are they hitting so low with him?
It's just
fucked me.
Yeah. Another one's gonna slam him. Ooh. All right. Spoke too soon because this is a natural 20. So we've got.
Oh, guys, it was a good stream. Glad you guys came out.
All right. And so, yeah, they just slam into him and kind of throw him out of the sphere, actually, before the next one advances further. And it is also going to just slam. And one of those hits for 10 damage.
What's going on with the lights in the background?
Oh, I don't know. They're going crazy back there. Now go ahead and now it's his turn. So
Disengage and run.
He looks badly hurt. He's gonna go ahead and just grab you, and he casts Dimension Door. He just opens a door. A black, lightless door opens up to the side of you, and he grabs you and just pulls you right in and kind of falls into it and closes it, and you guys are like far into the woods, like above the hill, and you can still hear the howling wind of like the air elementals down in there, but to your like unconscious body, he just kind of like covers your mouth and just goes shh. Go ahead and make another death save.
What's my... Do I have a death save bonus? Or no, I don't think so. Is that a thing? I don't remember.
Let's see.
I don't believe so.
I don't know if it's has anything to do with your constitution, but
Would you add Constitution to...
no, I
Either
don't.
way, either way,
Nope.
I got a 6, so that's a
All right, that's a failure. Okay, so that's 2 successes, 1 failure, and he's gonna go ahead and cast heal again. So
Oh, man.
that's 70 hit points. All right.
Jesus. Okay.
You come back to consciousness with Anson covering your mouth and just still wide-eyed, just saying, shh.
I go, why didn't you use a door at the beginning?
I kind of thought we could take them. But just goes to show.
Yeah.
Man, I could have used that heal spell.
If you'd like, I have a health potion.
I would like that very much. Please.
I'm
Stay
actually
quiet,
gonna
I
give
can
him-
still hear them.
I'm gonna give him the 2 health potions that I have.
Okay. Standard healing potions?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Standards. And no, I couldn't use that while I was down, so get off my ass.
Alright, yeah, he's just gonna down both of them. Oh, well, still not quite at full capacity here, but good enough. What do you say we wait here for a bit and till we stop hearing those things and continue forward?
I say we take him by surprise.
No, of course. Let's stay here and
Well,
avoid them at all cost, please.
we could run into them again. Perhaps it'd be better to finish them now?
If you like, we can, but I'm just worried.
It's up to you. I mean, it took one smackdown and you are out.
If we were to attack them again, would it be a surprise attack? Like,
I mean,
if we waited a while?
as far as you're aware, they don't know where you're at currently.
Okay.
you guys are currently like just on top of wherever that you know how you guys are in the crevasse, the top of that rocky ledge and the trees over there.
Okay. So we
If you
are.
want, you can't see them, but if you want, you could try.
Yeah. So we're like up here.
Yeah,
Okay. Um, let's bring the map back up on
yeah.
Dream. Um, and I'm going to roll for stealth and see if I can peer over the side and watch as they kind of fuck off.
Okay, go ahead and roll stealth.
Please, for the love of God. Okay, so that is a unnatural 20.
You peer over there, and you can see the three of them kind of floating about in the area, kind of spanning out to the different directions, trying to make sure you're not in the area, but they don't seem to be looking up in your direction. You feel pretty stealthy.
Am I able to see the one that Anson hurt?
You were unconscious for that, so you're not.
Or do I see one that's looking different?
No, actually, they all look about the same.
Okay. Does one have a little less fog?
Make a perception check if you want.
Gonna be the most bullshit roll. I guarantee it. Oh, so close to a nat 20. That is a 23.
You can't quite tell. You know, the fog is moving around quite a bit.
Yeah.
There's bits of fog kind of coming off of all of them, but you can't quite tell. So,
Worth a shot.
yeah. Anson comes up behind you and just says, "So, what do you think?"
Well, how much power do you have still? Like, are you able to cast any more attack spells or anything like that? I don't know how it works.
Yes, no, I can definitely. I still have some fairly powerful spells, but
What about that mist one you used?
what missed one?
The miss oh, the bullet.
Oh, that could work. I have another idea though. If you'd like, I just wouldn't want to ruin the element of surprise while we've got it here.
What is your idea? I need to hear everything.
Well, I have one spell that I believe could take one out. I have another that might be able to hit a couple of them, though I don't know if it's really going to finish them. And then I do have another ranged spell that would take quite a bit of damage. I believe it might be the one that you're talking about. It's not a cloud, but like a, it's like a, it would shoot like a beam at one.
Did you hurt any of them while I was unconscious?
I hurt one, not much though.
All right. Would you be able to point them out?
He kind of looks over and he's like, "Oh God, they all look the same."
I go, that's not very politically correct. And then
It's, if I had to guess, it would be the one closer to where I was at. So that'd be this guy here. the one furthest to our right.
Okay. Um, what I'm thinking is I jump down onto this guy right here. I don't know if that shows up on the screen. Uh, does that show
Yep.
up on the screen? Okay. Um, so I'm thinking I jump down onto him and try my hardest to kill him in one shot. Uh, are we still in the same initiative or no?
No.
Okay. Um, yeah, so I'm thinking I'll jump down on him, try to kill him, and then Anson can use one of his powers on one of them, and then we can double team the last one if he thinks that one of his attacks can kill.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking more of the what's it called, flanking and using my disengage bonus and everything like that.
Okay.
So
Should we sneak up further before engaging?
yeah, I'm thinking of sneaking over. Well, I'm at the edge. Remember?
Oh, okay. You just
So, I
you
was
hadn't
parrying
moved
over,
it.
yeah.
I thought maybe you were looking
Yeah.
from over there. Okay. All right then. How about this? Why don't you hit that one first, and if it does a good amount of damage, you could either hit that one again or see if maybe you could reach it to another one, for a second attack.
Yeah. All right.
And then, depending on where we end up, I'll either hold the spell or release it once you've cleared the area and make my attack then. Go ahead and roll stealth again real quick.
Okay, so that is that is a 30.
Okay.
I rolled a 30.
You're a
How
ghost.
sneaky am I?
You're a fucking ghost.
Shadow. I'm a shadow in the night.
Alright. So, you going for it?
And because it's a surprise attack, I get an automatic nat 20 with attacking him, because of my assassin's feat.
Yeah. Automatic
So,
crit.
Yep. So suck my dick logic. Not the rapper. So yeah, I'm gonna attack him with the dagger. And so that would be
Okay, so we'll say that used up about 15 feet of your movement there. Go ahead and roll your attack. Well, I mean, you automatically crit, but roll your damage.
okay. So I roll 1d4. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. Hold on. 1d4. So that's doubled. So that's 4 plus, because I'm using my dagger, plus 4d6, right?
Yep.
Oh, hold on. 1d4. So that's 4 plus my dexterity. So that's 7, right? 4.
Yep.
6, 7. Yeah. And then 4d6.
Yep.
Okay. That's 17. That's 20 damage on the first attack.
Sweet. All right. So you jump down onto his back, catch him by surprise, and just rip out chunks of cloud. But it doesn't seem to reform it. It seems to be taken by your dagger, coalesce around the dagger for a bit before kind of fading away. It seems to still be standing.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna use my second attack on it.
Okay.
Um, and because it hasn't made an action, I get advantage on the attack.
Mm-hmm.
That is a nat one, but I get advantage, so I get to roll again.
Oh, lucky. All right.
Hold on. Plus my 5. That is. Well, that's 12. 12 to hit.
Misses.
Okay. Then I'm gonna take my disengage bonus action, and so that took 15, 5, 10, 15. Yeah, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll initiative now.
Okay.
So that'll be the surprise round. Oh, actually, Anson will make a surprise attack as well from where he's at.
Should I hold off on rolling my initiative or
No. Just keep it in mind. I just am gonna go ahead and do an attack for him. So he is going to. All right. So seeing that that one didn't go down, he's gonna go ahead and just put his hand out towards it, and a green ray shoots out at that elemental, and it's got to make a dexterity save, I believe. Yep. All right.
is it with disadvantage because it's surprise?
Um. It has no effect on saves.
Okay.
But it fails the save anyways.
Good.
And it's going to take a lot of damage. Let's see. So he casts the ray at it, and as the green ray hits the air elemental, the light begins to refract within all of the fog, and the cloud just starts to disintegrate, just dissipates into nothing, and it is gone. So, now he'll have to roll initiative.
Were you able to hear that?
Hear what? Hear what?
You can't hear the music at all?
No.
Bummer.
All right. What'd you get for initiative?
I got a 15,
Okay.
so nothing great.
Well, still better than the elementals got this time. They rolled a 7.
Yeah, nerds, fucking idiots. Guys, don't forget to follow the channel and just so you can keep up to date whenever we do this stuff.
Yeah,
Because
this is a test run. I promise.
yes, it's not always going to be like this, and hopefully next time we'll be able to implement the music in better. But
We'll have music. It won't be a last minute plan for the session.
yeah,
But it's going to be Anson's turn again now because he's at the top of the initiative. And he's going to go ahead and just points at the one that he had already damaged over over here, and there's no save for it. He just points at it, and you see that same like black energy that you had seen before kind of coalesce and then like string out towards the elemental and kind of surround it before it just collapses in on itself and disappears.
I yell out, I point at it, and I go, "That's what I was talking about. I need you to be using that, please."
I only get to use it once every one in a while, but when we can.
Thank you.
And it's your turn now.
Okay. So there's only one left.
Yep.
All right. Is it? Is it focusing on you or is it looking away? Is it noticing what's going on?
Yeah, it did notice that its two friends just disappeared. It's gonna be looking up at Anson.
Okay.
But it's not engaged with him currently, like in combat.
And it hasn't made a move this round, so I would get advantage on it either way.
Yeah, it hasn't made a move this combat, so yeah.
So I'm gonna go up to it, and I'm just gonna attack it, I guess. I wouldn't be able to do a surprise attack.
What's
Like
the
sneak.
what are the details of your sneak attack say?
Um, um, okay. Time for reading.
Yeah, it looks like you just have advantage.
Yeah. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. That enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. The amount of extra damage sneak as gain level in the class. Okay. Sneak. Okay. So I would not get a sneak attack on it.
No, but you still have advantage.
Yep. I am going to go and attack it. I'm gonna go swing at it.
Okay.
So let me move my character. Right up on him. Get nice and personal and close with him. Like I'm gonna kiss him. And I'm gonna swing at his throat with my dagger. So that is 24, 27, 27. That's a 27 to hit.
That hits.
Thank God. And that is going to be. I don't get any extra damage on it, do I? Other than
No,
just
if
the
it was a
D4.
sneak attack, you would get your d6s,
Yeah.
but
Alright, swag. So that is going to be 7. That's going to be 7 for the first attack,
okay.
and then I'm going to hit him again. I'm assuming without advantage, right?
No, it still hasn't made an attack, so
Okay, then I'm going to try and roll that again. Okay, so unnatural 20.
okay. It hits.
All right. Then I am going to go for the throat again.
All right.
Just roll. That is going to be another 7 damage.
All right.
And then I'm going to take my disengage action and run again.
Okay.
15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to hide over here because I'm afraid.
Okay. So the hide is another bonus action. You only get one, so you can only do the disengage
Well,
bonus.
yeah,
You're
I'm just running
okay.
over there.
Okay.
I'm saying I'm hiding, but I know I can't do that.
Gotcha. All right. Well, its turn now. Now that you've attacked it, it is going to come after you. And it's going to start whirling the wind in the area around into like a spiral. Hold on one sec. Okay. So it's going to like get right on top of you and start just the wind starts spiraling around and
What's his movement?
a lot.
God damn it.
And
okay.
he just seems to fly through the air, and it's quite a distance, but you need to make a strength check.
With advantage, right?
No,
That is a 12.
you just failed. So
Fuck.
as it's whirling you around, you slam into the rock that you were hiding behind, taking 15 damage. And then it's going to fling you away from it 20 feet. So it's going to send you flying 5, 10, like right into the wall over here. And you take 3 more damage from slamming into the wall there. You just shoot back and fall to the ground, now prone.
Okay. I'm just kind of make.
Oh, sorry.
noises, like
Sorry. Make another save, this time for dexterity, to avoid being prone.
Okay. Would I add anything else other than dexterity?
Nope.
Okay, so that is going to be a 15.
Okay. Nope, you're still knocked prone.
Okay. I'm gonna like just make the noises of someone getting the wind knocked out of them. I like to imagine that when the air elemental like hit me, it took the air out of me, and I'm just like just all my friend hears is just the sound of someone sounding like they shit their pants. Just
Are you okay? Ooh. I'm coming.
You're what?
I'm coming. Um, all right. You just see a mote of fire arc over your head, down into uh, the space where the elemental is currently, and elemental has to make a dexterity save, I believe. Ooh, it fails. Okay. Um, okay. So you just see this ball of fire explode in that area, uh, and it takes quite a bit of damage. You can see that the elemental is now like about half the size that it was before, uh, and it is your turn now.
Um, I'm assuming I can't flank it because it uh, isn't close enough to my friend.
Uh, no, Anson's still like up
Yeah.
there on the ledge.
Okay. Um, how high is the ledge?
It's about 10 feet.
I could climb it. I'm gonna try and climb it and get up to Anson.
Okay.
Would I wouldn't need to do a disengage though, would I?
No, you're currently out of its like immediate range there.
Alright. And I'm gonna. That would be acrobatics.
Well, you have a climb speed, so
Okay. I got an at one.
well, you don't have to make a check for this. It's not like incredibly
Okay.
tough. It's not like some super smooth surface. This is like not too tough to climb up. It's just a rocky wall.
Okay. Then I climb up.
Okay.
And now I am up with Anson
Okay.
hiding behind him.
Okay. Anything else?
Um, I think that's all I'm gonna do for right now. Just I'm gonna hold an attack with my dagger.
Okay. What are you holding it for? Like if anything comes
Um,
within range or something happens or
yeah, if the air elemental comes within range, then I can flank it
okay.
if it's going after Anson.
Okay, gotcha.
Anson, Anson.
The elemental is going to go right here, and it's gonna just wail on Anson for a sec.
Um, when it does that, I can take my uh my held action.
Yeah. So now that it's in range,
Um, I'm going to do that with advantage because he's now focusing on Anson, and I'm gonna attack him. That is a the 14 hit.
does not.
Okay, I'm gonna use my second attack.
Okay.
Am I able to use a second attack?
Yes. Yeah, because it's still just the one action, right?
Yeah. Yep. Okay, that is going to be a. That's a 15. Does a 15 hit?
15 just hits.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. That is 4 damage.
Okay. All right, so it manages to hit Anson with one of its slams, and just knocks Anson to the ground there. He manages to get back up, but looks pretty hurt. And it's his turn now. So, actually, at the end of that guy's turn, he's going to he's just gonna do magic missiles, make sure he hits.
Okay.
He's gonna cast it at third level again. Okay.
Does anyone watching want to see me flex my arms?
All right, so as he's kind of getting up, he gets up and immediately just reacts with the magic missiles flying into the monster there, and takes out chunks just with the missiles, and it's gonna be your turn now.
I'm gonna be big and strong, and I'm gonna flank him again.
All right.
So let me roll. That is not good, so I'm gonna roll for a second attack. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. That is a 6 damage.
All right, it's looking pretty hurt.
Okay.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's going to just move right on to Anson and do another whirlwind. So he's got to make a dex save or a strength save.
Am I in the attack range with that or no?
I don't think so.
I don't mean to be the teacher. You forgot my homework.
No, sorry. I thought that it was a different size. So it's this big, and it's gonna get both of you guys.
Jesus Christ. These guys are mad. Okay.
Damn it. All right.
If you can move the map on the stream, so they can see what's going on up there.
How's that? Yeah, I think that should be better.
Yep, much better.
All right. Sorry.
Oh,
Hopping between 3 windows currently, but
yep.
yeah. So go ahead and make a strength save.
That is a 14.
All right. You manage to get your footing in the ground as the wind starts to blow around you. And take 7 points of damage from just rocks flying up and smacking you and heavy winds blowing you. And
Anson's foot flings by and kicks me in the face.
Anson goes flying. Anson failed horribly and just goes flying about down into the crevasse and slams into the wall over there. And it's going to be...
Fuck.
All right. Takes 27 damage. And he's got to make a dex save or he's prone. Oh, yeah. No, he's on the ground. He is just laying there groaning. Now it's your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna frenzy almost attack this thing and try and let me see if I have any skills that I could So this thing has done damage to me. So I'm gonna put my finger in the wind and I'm gonna go, Hellish Rebuke, motherfucker, and cast Hellish Rebuke on him.
Okay. Which you can do because you're a tiefling.
Which I can do because I'm a tiefling. So yes. I always forget.
Should be in your spell list.
I think the one that's in my spell list is Hellish Resistance, I think is what you put on there.
Not in your like traits, like on your spell list. If you go to your character sheet and click spells.
Yeah, 1 second. Ah.
And if you just click the little info icon, it should show you.
So, is this spell using spell set? I just am trying to figure out what I roll. Or does it hit automatically?
It has to make a dexterity saving throw. You don't roll anything. It does.
Okay.
But your... What does it say at the top of that your spell save DC is?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to go back to bio, I think.
Nope, it's on the character sheet. Let's see. Should be like up at the top. When you click on the spells tab. Spell save.
Sorry, guys. Hold on. It does not have it on there. It says 0, so I don't think that's right.
Oh. Weird. Yeah, that should be in there. Okay, if I remember right, it's should be like, oh man, 8 plus your modifier for spells, which oh, can you stop moving it for a sec? Because it
Oh.
moves it when I'm.
Oops.
No worries.
Oh, Blam said 8
Charisma.
plus proficiency plus spell modifier.
Sweet, thanks. Yeah, your spell modifier is your charisma. That's what I was looking for. So that's +3 plus the proficiency bonus plus the 8.
Who is Blam?
Thank you, Blam. That.
What was it?
8 plus your proficiency bonus plus the 3.
Okay. Plus the 3, so then that's 14. They have to beat a 14.
Okay. Ooh.
It's gonna become the rule keeper.
Yeah, we need someone to. They rolled a 19, so.
Well, that sucks. Then I'm gonna take I'm gonna take an attack on it.
Okay, well they still take half as much damage, so
Oh.
2d10, and they'll take half.
Okay. That is a 9. So they'll take
4.
4. Yeah.
Okay. And that's your action, right? So
I can take another attack.
I think that it's just the 2 melee attacks.
Okay.
So like you can do 2 melee attacks, but not just 2, like a dagger attack and a spell.
Alright, swag.
I'm pretty sure. Blam will let me know if I'm wrong, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, where are we at?
So I can't attack. So I'm gonna.
So movement, bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a bonus action and hmm. I'm gonna try and hide behind a tree or in a log.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do a dexterity with stealth check in an attempt to hide, following the rules for hiding. If you succeed, you gain certain benefits. When a creature can't see you, you have advantage on attack rolls against it.
Yep.
If you are
So
hidden.
where are you moving?
I'm gonna move. Under this little canopy of tree.
Okay. As you're
Alright.
moving out of its range, it's going to take an attack of opportunity.
Fuck. Okay.
And it's just going to slam, kind of slam at you once. That's a 16 to hit.
16 just hits.
All right. That's going to be 2d8 plus 5, so 12 damage.
Okay.
What's that put you at now?
15.
15. Okay. Go ahead and make that stealth check for the hiding.
Yep. That is an 18.
18. You feel like you've gotten away, you know. So it is its turn now. Let's see. It's going to. I mean, it can't see you. It's gonna just go for Staith, or Anson. Sorry. Yeah. So let's move it down here. And it's gonna just ground and pound this dude. One more. So one of those hits.
With advantage because he's prone.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I forgot he was. All right, both of those hit.
I really need to just shut up.
Nope. No. It's I'm glad you're being honest. So let's see.
Excuse me, teacher, you forgot to pass out the homework.
I cannot
right.
believe how bad this fight is going.
So it slams down on Anson a couple times, and Anson just doesn't get up. And with that, it's his turn now. He's still just laying there for a second, and then just kind of like stands up barely. And if you're looking at him, he is like just purple and red. He's so beat up. But he's going to make a con save. Okay, it survives that. Still takes some damage. So you see the Anson just kind of like put his hand out towards the elemental, and it kind of like
You can do the map also.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, I forgot I zoomed in.
He's alive-ish.
He's barely alive. He puts his hand out, and you see the elemental constrict for a second, and it takes 10 damage. But then he's gonna go ahead and cast Magic Missile at just a second level slot now. And hits it for exactly how many HP he had left. It had 11 hit points left, and he just hit it for a 1, a 1, a 2, a 3, plus the 4 ones that go along with the magic missiles for 11. So that's a perfect 0. Anson had 1 hit point left.
Jesus Christ. I was gonna do a like rain of fire sort of jump off the cliff onto this thing. So I'm glad that I didn't have to do that. Kind of.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, as the air elemental kind of, you hear like this screech as it just kind of implodes in on itself, and then just like the fog kind of disperses in that area. Go ahead and make a perception check.
There better not be any more. My perception tells me that Anson is hurt. That is going to be a 12.
Okay. You don't see any more elementals in the area, and everything seems to be very quiet.
Okay.
Anson. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna rush to Anson and pick him up and get him over to. I want to put him behind the rocks that I was hiding behind that big
Okay.
rock.
Alright.
Because we need to regroup and rest our bodies because we're in a bad way.
Yeah, he kind of like barely hobbles over there with you. You kind of have to drag him a bit for most of it.
I put his arm around me and I'm helping him over there. I'm like, Ensign, that was fucking amazing.
He just
I don't know how you.
Shh. And he points at the top of the rock ledge across the way from you, and you see the white fox just kind of sitting there, staring at you both. And it turns around and walks away into the woods.
Oh, Christ.
What were you saying? I think we're good now.
That was fucking amazing. I don't know how you did that. You look like shit, my friend, but you kicked ass.
That took about all I could. I don't feel so great, but
Yeah, you don't look very good. Let's rest, please.
all right, you guys can take a short rest here.
Okay.
Roll a perception check though. So you guys can probably spend like a few hours here, like up to 3. Make a perception check just watching over that time.
14.
Okay. I'm gonna have Anson roll one as well. Actually, I'm gonna have him do it at disadvantage because he's gonna be focusing on his stuff. Okay. Neither of you guys see anything while you're sitting there. Is there anything that you're wanting to do during this short rest? Roll hit dice or anything else like that?
I'm gonna roll my hit dice.
Okay.
So that means I'm going to be rolling a d8. 8d8.
Okay.
Oops. It's gonna take forever. Hold on.
All right. Well,
Add more.
let's go ahead. Do you want to go ahead and take a quick break here? We can have you do your hit dice here. I'll run the intermission thing and grab a drink or something. That way, it's up to you. We can keep going or.
So I got 37
Okay.
health back. Yeah, we can take a short intermission. and oops.
Okay, cool. Be back in just a few minutes then.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Bathroom break, or smoke break, drink break.
Okay. Yeah. You gonna put on the
It should be on. All right. Back. So, you guys take your short rest. Dive into a couple of the rations you've got. He just kind of flips through his spell book a bit. And gain a bit of health back. Well-
Can you put the visuals back up on the screen?
Oh, there we go. Just took a sec. Can you see it?
I cannot, not yet.
Still not?
Now we're there. Now we're there.
Okay. Thanks for the follow, Blam. You've been
Thank you,
awesome.
Blam.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you're one of my friends. I don't know, but I appreciate it. I take off. Congrats on first stream. Thank you.
Thanks,
Blam.
man. You have a great night. All right. Hell yeah, man. Well, I appreciate it. And yeah, definitely first stream working some bugs out, but I appreciate you sticking with us this long. Hopefully we'll
Thank
see you again.
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we see about pushing on?
I suppose so. How's he looking now that he's rested?
Oh, I feel much better.
Good.
Not quite full capacity yet, but I can keep moving, and as long as we don't run into any trouble along the way, I think I should be fine.
Do we want to put the map back up on screen, or I think we're just leaving this area, huh?
If we're moving forward, then yeah.
I believe so.
All right. You guys start making your way back through that crevasse. Further up, the road starts to kind of twist and turn, following like the mountain cliffs as you keep pressing forward. The air becomes cooler and cooler as you go, and you come to a spot where it opens up quite a bit wider, and I need you both. We'll both have perception checks here. Okay. He got a 22. What'd you get?
I got a 10.
Okay. So, in this opening, you can see that there's trees to your right as you're walking through here, and a large cliffside up to your left. Past the trees on your right is another cliff that drops down quite a ways. And Anson kind of stops you, points up, and the white fox is there again. And standing next to it is a man with like a beard that seems to be just like coated in moss, and like long tangled hair knotted up on top, also coated in moss. And
You're gonna want to pull this up on the
yep, I'm
stream.
getting to it. It takes a sec.
Yeah.
But he's standing there. He's got like brown robes and a large staff in his hand. And he's just kind of glaring at you both from above. And Anson just says, "Well, hello there. Hope we're not causing any trouble today." And the man just stares at you both and walks back into the trees and then disappears into the tree.
I look at Anson and I go, that does not feel right. I have a bad feeling about that man. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully he's a friend and not a foe, but we can't really be too careful.
I have a feeling that he's not quite happy to see us either. Perhaps we should be on our guard here?
I believe so.
And as you finish saying that, he reappears in the tree, walking out of the tree directly to your right, and starts walking up towards you guys. And he's going to just you see him kind of wave his staff a bit and start moving his hand as well, and like this bright pink sparkly energy shoots at you guys.
Can I use my evasion feat?
Not right at this second, but I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. That is a 15. Would I be doing acrobatics to move out of the way or no?
Nope, just dex. So you guys both fail, and these sparkling pink lights like close in on you and latch onto you guys, and you guys are like glowing pink. Go ahead and roll initiative.
Fuck, dog. That is a 10.
Okay. Okay, well, luckily he rolled a natural 1. So, it's going to be Anson, and then you, and then him. So, Anson immediately is going to cast Fireball. And the druid, the man fails his save. He's going to take 8d6. All right. Cool. So, as soon as you guys light up, Anson just lets a fireball out, and it explodes on this guy. And you can see his beard is just starting to, like, the moss around it is singed and starting to burn, kind of like let off this black smoke around him. And with that, Anson's also just going to move. He's going to go over here. Just kind of get his back to the wall. And that's going to be it for his turn. It's your turn now.
Okay. So what I am going to do is I am going to run up right here and take 2 attacks,
Okay.
and then so that's 5, 10, and then take a bonus disengage action and 15, 20 get over here. So I'm gonna roll to attack
Do it.
without advantage because he already made his move. 9, 14. It's 17 to hit.
All right, you hit.
Okay. That is going to be 5 damage. And then I'm gonna roll to hit again.
Okay.
And it's a 10 hit.
It does not.
Okay. So I run up to him and I want to just kind of stab him in the belly a little bit.
Okay.
And then for the 5 damage. And then I'm going to try to hit again, but miss. And then I'm going to go 5, 15, 20 over here with the bonus disengage action,
Okay.
which I get because I have the assassin's feat with being a rogue, so that means that I get to do a bonus action whenever, like bonus disengage.
Yep. And so now it's his turn. He's going to. He's gonna. You see him kind of like form some hand signs here, and then like kind of rub down his arms, and you see him kind of like collapse a bit, and then just like contort, and you see his skin become like slimy and pink, and he falls over, and his back starts to rise up and like become this like bulbous form until his clothing and everything about him seems to just mold in and form into like a hardened shiny shell, and like he forms into essentially a giant snail, but on the top of its head where its eye stalks are, it's like flails flinging around there. And
At first it sounded like he was doing like a Halo armor lock, but pink, but no, this is not that.
yeah, no. And he's gonna start moving towards you.
But he's a snail, so he's slow. Hoping.
Yeah, he's only able to get to about there. Let's see. I'm just trying to find his range here. Okay. Yeah. So, he's gonna just smack you with his flailing eye stalks.
He can hit me from that range?
10 feet.
Oh wow. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Bummer.
So, he's gonna just whip at you like 4 different times. He has 5 different stocks, and 4 of them managed to hit you.
Christ.
You have a 15 AC, right?
Yeah. Am I able to use my evade action or no?
Your bonus action to evade.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh well, it says beginning at 7th level, you can nimbly dodge out of the way of certain area effects, such as an ancient red dragon's fiery breath or an ice storm spell. When you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you
Oh, okay.
succeed on the saving. Okay.
Gotcha. All right, so this wouldn't apply because it's not an area effect.
Yeah.
But if it requires a dex save, then we'll see. It does not, though. So it's going to be 22 damage.
Altogether.
Yep. That's it for its turn. So now back up to the top with Anson.
What did I get for my initiative was 10, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but he rolled a natural 1. So Anson is just kind of look at you and be like, I've learned, and go ahead and put his hand out again, and that green ray shoots out at the snail again.
That's my fucking guy. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get it now.
And so it's going to have to make
Oh
a
yeah.
dex save. Ooh. It is not good at dexterity. So that's going to be... Ooh, yeah, no, it fails. So takes... Okay. So you see that ray just shoot out from his hand and start to like cover that shell and like seemingly like eat through it a bit, as well as some of the flesh, and it starts to kind of like bubble up like when you put salt on a snail, and it kind of like lashes about with its flail stalks there. And now it's gonna be your turn. Anson's not gonna move.
I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna attempt to climb onto this thing, and I want to try and cut off some of the stalks.
Okay.
So it has legitimate flails for eyes or for stalks.
Yes. Like, not like metal flails or whatever, but it's stalks on the top of its head, above where its eyes are like these fleshy tendrils that are covered in spikes.
Okay. Would I need to roll a acrobatics thing to climb on top of this thing?
Yeah, go ahead and roll that to scramble on top of him.
Okay. So that is... 21 to get on top.
All right, yeah, you managed. That's no problem.
Okay. So then I'm gonna make an attack. 13 for the first one.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna try and do it again. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And I'm just gonna grab one of the stalks and just try and cut it off.
Go for it. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, so that is 6. I got one of them off.
All right, you manage to kind of start sawing through one, but it doesn't come all the way off. It's fairly tough.
Alright, and then I'm gonna take my bonus disengage action from being on top of him to get over here.
Okay. All right, so now it's going to, you see, after like its eye stalk or its flail stalk starts like splurting out this clear goo, it retracts into its shell and just kind of like hunkers down in there.
Now he's doing the Halo armor lock.
Yeah. So it's gonna be Anson's turn. He's going to, he's gonna cast Thunderwave on it. So needs to make a Constitution saving throw. And it fails. Okay. So it's going to take damage there. All right, so you see Anson kind of like put his hands out and twist them, and lightning crackles from his fingertips and shoots into like this cubic area around the snail, and just starts to like shoot out around the snail, and then boom, it explodes with that electric energy and shoots the giant snail 10 feet back.
Oh god, okay.
And now it's your turn.
Is it out of its shell or is it still in its shell?
It's still in its shell.
Okay. I'm just gonna hold an attack. I'm gonna hold my attack action, and just in case it comes out of the shell, and comes over to us, then I'll attack it. But I'm holding for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask. What's his name? Fuck! I always Anson. I'm gonna be like, Anson, are you okay? Like, you doing all right?
I'm doing okay. I don't think I've been hurt once yet, so
Just making
see
sure
how it
you're
goes.
on top of just making sure you're on top of your game.
As on top as I can be. I don't have quite as many spells now, and that's it for your turn, right? So now it's gonna go back to the snail man. You see the shell kind of start to shake a bit, and all of a sudden clothes start to form on the outside of the shell, and like out of the shell comes not the eye stalks but the torso of a man, and it and it like one arm comes out and then the other one, and he emerges, stands up, a little slimy but fully clothed and back to how he was previously, and now he's going to come towards you.
As that's happening, I'm yelling, "It's a snail rebirth! It's a snail rebirth! Something's going on! It's fucking disgusting! What is that, bro?"
All right. He just runs towards Anson, making up the distance that he lost, and starts just swinging his staff at him. So.
I'm gonna take my
Oh, that's right.
with advantage because he's now on him, so I'm gonna use my flank, and so I'm gonna roll for one.
Okay, but he's gonna make his attack first. Just hold on to that.
All right.
All right, so a couple of them miss, but one of them hits, and doesn't seem to, kind of smacks Anson across the face with one of those wild swings. Anson spits out a bit of blood, but doesn't seem to be too damaged, and kind of just glares right back at him.
Okay. My first attack was 25 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And that is 5 damage. And then I'm gonna take my second attack. That's an unnatural 20.
Okay, that hits.
Okay. So altogether, that is 6 damage altogether.
On that second attack.
No.
Okay, so the second one was 1.
Oh wait, no. Second attack, that's 4. So that's
So 9
first
total.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
Total.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up behind him and just like grab his hair and try to slit his throat, and then move back to where I was with my. Am I able to do that?
He's facing this way. You can like run to his side and do that, but it's not your turn. This was a held action or whatever, so you can't like move around. So you can just kind of like jab out at him, I'll say.
Yeah.
And now it is Anson's turn. He's just glaring at this dude, and he's going to cast. He's gonna use Magic Missile at 2nd level. Okay. So you see Anson just kind of, again, twist his hands and his fingertips start to glow, but out come the glowing missile darts, and they just impact, just and explode on impact. You can see the man is like bleeding heavily from each of the impacts that it's taken from that, as well as some of the previous wounds that it received. It looks very hurt, and now it's going to be your turn.
Okay. Would I still get a flanking?
So it's not a flanking thing. It's like because he's engaged with an enemy. So because he is engaged with Anson, yeah.
Okay. So ultimately, I want to be doing non-lethal so that we can try and get something out of him. Because I don't know how much health he has left. so I'm gonna roll and try to attack him.
Non-lethally. Okay.
Yeah. So that is 17 to hit. Is a 17 hit?
It does. Yeah.
Okay. That is 7 damage. Now I'm gonna take my second attack if that doesn't put him in.
He non-lethally, right?
Yep.
He's unconscious.
Okay. Then I won't use my second attack.
What did you do? You just like
I went up to him, and I guess if I'm doing non-lethal, then I'm just hitting him with the back of my dagger.
Okay.
And knocking him out.
Yeah, you just right to the side, and he kind of like falls over, blindsided by your hit, and is now on the ground, unconscious. And Anson is getting ready to just finish him off.
Yeah. I'd like to say, just to add a little bit of flavor to it, I throw my dagger, and it hits him in the head, and then it bounces off and goes back into my hand. And
Roll the dexterity check if you want to do that.
okay. Because it's with my dagger, would I be able to add the 5?
No, that's just for the hitting, not the.
That's just a straight 9 then.
All right, yeah, you throw it and it hits him in the head and he goes down, and then it just kind of like comes back at you and you dive for it, but it like goes to your feet and you kind of like fumble around below grabbing it.
Very my style. And I also I see that Anson's trying to go after him, and I put my hand in front of him, like on his chest, and I grab the unconscious guy's staff, and I kind of toss it behind us, and then I look at Anson and I go, I want to know what this guy's deal is. What's going on here?
He's a fucking druid. Crazy old bats in the woods. He probably just saw us coming through here and didn't want us breaking any twigs or stepping on any weeds.
Well, it seemed like he might have been part of the whole posse of.
Oh,
air
absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
I want to know what he's protecting.
Sounds like more reason to kill him to me.
Well, we can kill him after we've talked to him.
Well, I don't really have another spell I can use to bring him back from consciousness. Let's see.
Could I pour a little bit of health potion?
Do you have another health potion?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you can give him the health potion. Let's see. If you're giving him, let's say you can give him like half of one, and I'll give him half the healing for the health potion. Does that sound fair? Because I can't really quantify like a sip.
Okay. What if I will sacrifice the entire health potion if it just brings him back to 1 HP.
Well, I can just do half, and it'd be 1d4 plus 2,
Okay.
or plus 1 for this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you give him half of it, and he comes to consciousness, still like badly beaten up, and looking at you both now, like standing over him, just kind of goes, "Oh, oh, oh, oh. What are you doing?
What's your deal? What's going on here? What's so secret that you have to attack two lowly strangers?
Strangers? Nothing secret, huh? I see where you're headed, and I see who you are. Your kind is not welcome in this mountain.
My kind?
Either of you. You have ill intentions, and I will not see it in my woods.
think that's very judgmental of you. You know, it's not very kind of you to be assuming that people have ill intentions just from the way they look. You know, the it, we really need to evolve as humanoids in this society, and need to realize that not everyone that looks like other people. There are some bad apples, but you know we can't just put them all into one group. You know, it's really not good of you.
He kind of looks at you and looks at Anson. He's like, "You're not human." And
Humanoid.
uh,
Wait, I look
he's
at
gonna.
Anson, I go, wait a second. You are human though.
He just looks at you and says, "I fucking hate druids." And he's going to go ahead and just cast magic missiles again. And they all impact just like right in the face, and he like goes down. Blood starts to pool, and he's gone.
All right. I turn around, I pick up the staff that I threw behind us, and I toss it to Anson. I go, well, at least we got something out of this. And I want to search his pockets and see if he has anything.
Okay. You have the staff. It seems to have like a green emerald kind of like embedded into the top of it, woven around by like wooden branches that have kind of like meshed together. And then going through his body, you find a small carving of a fox. You find various like some feathers and stuff. You find a clump of moss, a variation of herbs, and that's it.
I'm gonna take the carving of a fox
Okay.
and ask Anson, like, do you think this has anything to do with that white fox we've been seeing around? Maybe a little familiar?
Seems it was a friend of his. I'm not sure what it might do.
Should we
Maybe we
examine
can.
it?
Yeah, maybe we can look at that. Let's see. And he's going to, if you will, I can take a few minutes to examine this.
Sure.
All right.
I don't think he's going anywhere, and I kick the body.
He sets it down and starts kind of like drawing in the dirt around it, and sits there and kind of stares at the fox carving intently. And after about 10 minutes pass, he just kind of stands up, leaves the fox there, and walks to you and says, "Don't sense any magic. Like you said, probably a friend, but no more than that."
All right, and I walk over to the druid's body, and I put the fox carving into one of the gaping holes in his head from the magic missiles.
Okay. You see, there, like where one of his eyes was, there's now like a fox head poking out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we're all done here then. Why don't we keep moving?
Sounds good to me. On we go. And as you start making your way past there, the ground begins to flatten a bit. It's still cold, and you can see you've got a cliff to either side of you, one stretching out above you, one below you. And you continue on the path. It winds again, gaining an elevation and steepness, and then again gaining an elevation and steepness until you reach a large clearing with cliff walls like all around it. go ahead and make a perception check.
Cool. That is a 23.
All right. So you see a large stone, like circular section in the middle with 4 stone arches converging in the center of it. There seems to be some shiny bits to it. It seems like there might be some silver inlays kind of decorating it and going in certain patterns along the base of it and up those arches. You don't see a white fox anywhere around. And the space seems to be a couple 100 feet across. Anson just looks at you and says, "Well, looks like we made it."
Well, looks that way. Still, best be on our guard.
Absolutely. Well, come with me. I could use your help for this. And he walks up to one of to the center, kind of like brushes the dirt away from the center, and says, yes, okay, very good. Could you give me a boost up onto the arch?
Of course. I give him I get down, I put my hands like that, and I lift him up.
All right. And he pulls out a massive diamond from his sack, and in the center of the, like, where the 4 archways converge, he places it into what you can now see is from the bottom there was a small like circle, and places it into like this inlay, and comes back down and just says, well, should be all prepped now. This next bit you may not want to join me on, but feel free to watch. And he starts like
Jerking off, just vigorously.
no, he starts like going around cleaning the dirt away again, and then sits down and just starts like reading a book for a minute. Takes him probably about half an hour to kind of get this all done, but then eventually starts like casting things, speaking under his breath, and you see this blue light kind of come down, almost as if the sun was like just above the diamond. It was just shining some light down, but it's not quite at that angle, so it's just happening. And the light begins to grow in the center of that circle, and begins to kind of twist and turn, and then some green energy begins to coalesce until it just rips into an open portal. And he stands up and turns to you and says, well, next leg of the journey, and starts walking towards the portal, pulling some little bits out of his bag.
Are we supposed to see this? Am I supposed to see it on the map or no?
Oh, no, I don't. There's no map for this.
Okay. I go, Anson, is this where we part ways, or am I following you through here?
Well, do you want to see something crazy?
I haven't seen anything crazy today. I saw a fucking druid turn into a snail. Sure. How crazy could it be?
Oh, it's quite out of your depths, I would think. Take these, and he hands you like 2 bits of like cotton balls, essentially, but covered in beeswax. You'll want to put those in for this.
I put them in my nose.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I put them in my ear. I'm assuming it's for my ears.
Okay. Cool. So he puts them in his as well, gives you a nod, and just steps through the portal.
I think what happens is I try to put them in my nose, but then I see him putting it in, and he doesn't see me putting it in my nose, and I go, oh. Right.
They're a little extra sticky.
Yeah.
So he walks through the portal, and there's a bit of like a flash of that green and blue light, and then he's gone.
I follow him in.
All right. As you step into the portal, you feel, as you're like stepping partway through, you feel the front half of your body just being ripped forward, and then the second half jolts up behind you, and all of a sudden you're shooting like you're being propelled from like a catapult, shooting for what seems like it could be forever or just a couple seconds, and then boom, you're in this very dark tunnel. The wind is howling and almost like knocks you off your feet as you're just getting steady on the other side of the portal. And even with the earplugs in, it's a almost deafening howl of wind. You're in this like small carved stone tunnel, and you can just barely make out Anson in front of you because of the darkness.
I have dark vision.
Okay, yeah. So you can see him. It's all black and white or whatever, but you can see him there in front of you, just about 10 feet. And he looks back and kind of walks up to you and he says,
"It's tough to hear. You'll have to shout at close range. We've got a ways to go."
I can't yell, but I'm gonna basically yell to him
Okay.
and ask him, am I gonna make it home on time?
I'll be honest, I don't know. Time's a bit weird here.
Okay, let's be quick.
Alright, stay close.
and he starts walking down the tunnel and kind of pulls out another book that you haven't seen, and seems to be looking through the pages at some different really, you can just barely make it out, but it looks just like a crazy amount of like lines converging and separating and branching off into different directions. And he continues for about an hour. You guys keep going until it opens up into this immense space, almost like you're back out in the outside, but you can still tell and make out that there's like rock walls surrounding the place, and it's completely shrouded in darkness. Past your dark vision, you can't see anything. And in the distance now, you hear screams coming on the wind as if they're like next to you, but they just pass just as quickly on the wind. And then you hear just this screeching howl from another direction coming again on the wind, but it's all just whipping past you all at once, and it's almost enough to drive one crazy. But you push forward with the help of your earplugs, and after about a couple hours of walking down this steep hill of the cavern, you can see off in the distance this green glow. And you continue going forward.
I ask Anson, like I yell at him while I'm following behind. What is that? I want to know. Like I go, and what is that green light over there doing?
Whoops. Sorry, window was being weird. You asked him what that thing was and what the light was?
That's the Supreme Throne. That's where we gotta go. I have a bargain to strike.
Okay.
And he continues pushing forward. About another 2 hours pass before you reach the what you can now see is this massive, like, green, almost like a walled city, but it's really just one building within the walls, and it's this giant green crystal structure. The winds are like really whipping past. And go ahead and make a perception check.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. So it, again, is kind of tough to see past your dark vision, but just on the borders of it, you can see these little areas where the ground kind of dips below, and there's boulders and other sorts of things to obscure your vision. But peeking out from some of them, you manage to see about 4 different creatures just kind of scattered around you, peeking out and kind of looking. And they seem to be like these massive toad-like creatures. Humanoid, but one of them is massive. The other one is fairly small. Another one is like humanoid size but slender. And they all seem to be just very different sizes and colors and whatnot, but all like toad-like creatures. And one of them just kind of starts running towards you. And
I like, get Anson's attention and I point at the things.
He just looks at you and says, "Bow out of spells." Boom, and shoots magic missiles. Just only like first level here, and they just boom, 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 impact onto the toad creature, and it like jumps up and just seems surprised. It's like kind of scorched but not badly damaged, and it just starts running the opposite direction now. And you guys now stand at the massive green gates of this walled like citadel like structure.
I yell at him. Well, let's get it over with.
Let's do it. And he walks up to the gates. You don't see any sort of like handles or latches or keyholes or anything like that, but regardless, he pulls out a black key from his bag and just kind of presses it right up against the gate, like where the middle section divides between the 2 doors, and it just seems to like slide into the door. And you hear like this giant echoing click, and then the doors start to open up, and you can see about 50 feet ahead of you is another set of gates, and he starts walking towards it, and he pulls out another key and another one. He has 2 keys in his hands now, and walks up to the gate and puts them both in, one in each door, and then they creak open, and there's a much longer hallway here. As you start walking in, it almost seems to just get longer as you're walking into it, until suddenly you see a figure walking towards you, almost coming from nothing. It's like a grotesque human shape, but it's the skin on its face has been peeled back. It's almost like the entire body has just been flayed, and it walks towards you, dripping with like some sort of black liquid, and you can hear its like wet footsteps on the floor echoing towards you, and it stops about 20 feet ahead, and it says, "Well, what do we have here? Has someone come to get me out?"
I look at Anson. I go, have we come to get them out?
"Perhaps, if we can strike a deal that's agreeable to both of us. Do you know what I want?" And the creature just kind of looks at both of you, and it looks at you, Garros. And it seems like its eyes just penetrate your very soul. And it just says, it leans forward, and at this moment, it's like right in your face. Even though it was 20 feet away now, it's suddenly right in your face, leaning down and kind of staring right into you with unblinking eyes. And she says, "Well, good to see you again. Tell the parents I said hello." And then turns to Anson and says, "What kind of deal? I assume your lover?" "Yes. You bring her back to me. I will bring the rest of the keys. I've already given you enough leeway here. You should be able to do the job. Do we have a deal?" Sirik looks back at you. "Deal." And then
Sirik?
he changes shape into the face that you've seen the last encounters that you had with Sirik. The skin closes back in on his face, and now it is that impish, like pale face that you had seen at the ruins of Kossuth and in the picture books that your parents showed. And he just kind of gives you a wave, and then you're like shunted back towards the portal the entire way, and then right out of it. And then just you fall onto the ground right where you had previously entered. Anson is now lying next to you.
What the fuck?
Well, that was something.
Yeah, I just kind of shoot up and like from like laying down to like turning over on all fours, pushing myself up and just kind of like getting up and trying to go back towards the portal. I'm assuming it's closed.
Yes, it's gone now. Like,
Yeah.
you just can't see. You didn't see it close or anything like that. As soon as you were out,
Yeah.
it was gone.
And I turn to Anson and I go, "What the fuck was that? How did they know me? Like, I don't... Have I talked to Sirik before?"
No. All you know is that your parents are worshippers of Sirik.
Yeah. I'm just kind of flabbergasted at this point, just like, what the fuck just happened? What is going on? How are you making deals? Like, what is this?
He leans in and just kind of like looks around a bit. He's like, "I'm not really going to let him out. But the task at hand for me requires a bit more power than I have, the power of a god, and, well, he's the most accessible here currently, so see what we can do."
What makes you think that once he does that for you, he can't just take it away?
Oh, I'm sure he will. I'm sure even just the way that he would do it would be some twisted means of torture for me, but I think that that's something that I could fix. I just need that initial leap forward to undo what's been done, and then I can handle it from there.
I hope you can. Seems like a fuck situation.
Absolutely,
And
but
I kind of sit down and I'm just kind of like having one hand on my face, just kind of rubbing my face, just still trying to wrap my head around everything that just happened.
all right.
You were not kidding when you said it was crazy.
Yes, don't worry. I have a contingency plan. Shall we? And he just points his finger out, and that black void door opens up again.
Wait, two.
Well, we've got a life to save. Back to Thayskill.
we could have just done this the
Well-
whole time.
I wasn't going there.
Okay.
All right.
I'm saying
You-
we could have taken this to the temple.
Oh, I need to know where it.
Okay.
I'd like to know
That makes
where it is I'm going. I could be walking into one of these cliffs. But as you step through, boom, you're right at the. You step out into the road right before you enter Thaskel. Well, I believe this is where we finally part ways. Here's another diamond. And he hands you the 500 gold piece diamond for going above and beyond. Best guide I've ever had. If you ever need me, call me with this. And he hands you a stone. It seems to have like a
Stone.
has like a carved face in it. Keep it safe. Though, if I need to, I'm sure I can find you. Very well then. Good luck. And he just turns around, starts walking down the road.
I go, I'm like kind of still in a little bit of state of shock, and I go, yeah, thank you. I'll be sure to reach out. It'll be good to see you again.
He's already
Forward to
walking away.
Yeah.
All right.
What a dream boat. And I turn around, like just spin on my heel and bolt to the house.
Awesome. All right, yeah, you run down the road to the house at the end of the main street, knocking on the door there, and you can hear feet kind of walking towards the front door, and it opens up, and your godfather, Garen, is there, and he just looks at you and says, "It's been some time. Everything all right? Do we have what we need? Are you okay?"
How long has it been?
It's been about 4 days.
All right. I pull out the
Oh.
500 gold piece diamond. What?
I'm in Anson accent mode. Now I gotta get back to the Thyskel accent.
Yeah. I go, here's the diamond. Let's get this done now.
Let's do it. All right. Everybody in your places. Let's head downstairs and get this done. Thank you, Garros.
Of course, no problem. Anything for friends?
All right, you guys head down into the basement, and they have a sigil carved in the center of the room. And in the center is the body of Darren, just lying there lifeless. And your parents are both chanting from these books that they have, and Garen runs to the corner, puts on a robe, and then grabs a book, and then takes another robe, hands it to you,
I put it on.
takes a book, hands it to you. All right.
I start chanting.
All right. Page 23. Everybody.
Time to read the hymns.
Yes. And you guys all begin to chant this like ritualistic like written and like transcribed spell essentially, and together you begin to feel the energy in the room rise, and the diamond which he set next to the body begins to shimmer as you chant louder and more times over, and all of a sudden it just disappears, like collapses in on itself, and then Darren takes a breath and like stands up and is just like looking all around. Father,
I bolt over to him and I put my like hand on his shoulder. I'm like, glad to see you back. I thought his name was Laren.
Yeah, Laren, that's what I've been saying tonight.
Isn't it Darren and Laren?
It was Garen,
Garen.
Garen and Laren. I just
Yeah.
forgot. um, all right, so yeah, Laren looks at you, and he's just like, "Do I know you, Dad?
Family friend.
Oh my God!" And he just gets up and runs and hugs his father. And Garen, they're both just weeping with joy. And your parents walk over to you, and your dad puts a hand on your shoulder and just says, "Very well done. I'm proud
I
of
look
you."
at him and I look at him and I look at my mom also, and I go, Sirik says hi.
The star himself. Well, Garros, how did you hear that?
A long story.
Well, I'm glad you're finally speaking to him. We were worried you wouldn't be joining the faith, but
I don't know.
I'm very
about that.
proud of you.
I appreciate it, Mom. But there was something weird going on. Seems like he's under lockdown.
Yes, it's quite unfortunate, but I could feel his presence here tonight. Stronger than ever. I think that soon he will be with us and bestow his gift upon us all. Very
Right.
good.
I look at her and I go, remind me again, what is his gift?
Oh, well, there's many gifts that he can give us. Some of us have special abilities. Your father's quite exceptional at speaking to Sirik. He has a gift for that. I myself, I have some talents with arcane. It varies, whatever is of use. So, eventually our gifts will all be stronger and the world will be made in our image as we would desire it to be. So, what more of a gift could you have than that?
Pose.
All right, and that's where we'll go ahead and end this one.
All right.
That was some tough fights there.
Yeah. 3 hours of constant struggle with
Yeah.
enemies that just would not give up.
No. But you guys made it. That was impressive. I really thought that first one was going to be the end.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for everyone watching. Glad you were able to stick with us through that. Again, first time, so we'll be getting things cleaned up. This is also just kind of a one-shot / prologue before we actually get into the campaign. We'll have another player with us then, and it won't be really a impromptu session like this one was too. So
Yeah.
it'll be nice to see you guys again. Thanks for everyone that followed. Thanks Blam. Thanks Inna Sophia. Gamper Clamps. Yeah, thanks for following Gamper Clamps. And again, thanks for watching. So hope you guys have a great night.
I also, what was I gonna say? Oh, I think that's it. Yeah. Thank you everyone. It was super cool seeing all the people that came in, and just stuck it out while we dealt with all the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
But I think that once things kind of start getting into a flow, it'll all work a lot more smooth, and I'm excited to see where all of this goes. And we also are going to be saving the VODs for these and putting them on YouTube in case you guys want to watch back, and in case you miss a stream or anything like that, you'll be able to come and join, and it's always a good thing to just listen to when you go to bed, listening to Dungeons and Dragons stuff. So, if you guys want to do that, you can check out the YouTube channel.
Yep.
And everything like that.
Yeah, we'll be, like you said, keeping the VODs, trying to clip those up into shorter videos too. So we've got a TikTok that's going to be getting set up here soon. We'll try and start posting about when we're going live on Twitter, so you can follow us there. And we've got a Discord server where you can find like schedule stuff, chat with us anytime. And then also there's going to be there's obviously little mini games with the bots and stuff, and a voice channel where, if any of you guys want to hop in a voice channel with other people watching, have a little watch party, that's an option too. And hopefully we'll have more different kinds of streams here pretty soon, where we can do some other stuff aside from just the campaign and whatnot. But all soon to come. It was a good test run, so really glad to have you guys.
Yep.
All right.
Very awesome.
Well, I will see you guys later.
Later, streamers.